Hey guys, welcome to Heat Happy Energy Amor Tarot. So today, let's see what are they going through without telling you anything about it. See, there's something they're carrying right now, um, and they haven't said a word about it. That's how I feel today. Not because it's not important, but because they don't quite know how to put it into words. Maybe because they've hurt you, maybe because they are hurt. So we will find out. Let's see the first energy. Seven of Cups, overall energy, Queen of Cups. So we have two cups right here. So there is definitely some frustration internally. There is the emotions are not stable here. See, their mind is scattered. This is where they're pulled into too many directions. Nothing feels fully clear here. They're sitting in confusion, going back and forth between thoughts, possibilities, options, but not landing anywhere solid. It's like, they're sitting in this cloud, and cloud cannot give you stability. It shifts, it shape shifts. So it's not that they don't care, it's that they don't know what to choose or what's real anymore. They're overwhelmed and mentally confused, unable to gain clarity right now. Underneath that confusion, emotions are deep. This is where they feel a lot more than they show. They're choosing to hold it in, process it quietly instead of expressing it openly. But there is emotional depth, just not clarity. So they feel deeply, but they're keeping it to themselves while trying to make sense of it. Let's see what else. Strength, overall energy, Six of Cups. See, strength is again, holding back. This is you're not being expressive again, similar to what Queen of Cups was doing earlier. They're trying really hard to hold themselves together right now, like keeping their emotions in check. Um, they don't want anything to spill out here. There's restraint, a quiet kind of control where they're choosing patience over any kind of reaction. They're managing their emotions carefully, holding back from, making any impulsive move, any impulsive gesture. This is, uh, but it feels like they're dealing with something intense internally. On the outside, they are like, oh, I can tame the lion, blah, 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 kind of an energy here. And Six of Cups, this is, a big part of what they're going through is tied to the past. This is where they're daydreaming, where they're thinking about moments spent together, nostalgia, memories, something or someone that still has a hold on their heart. They keep going back to what once felt safe, familiar, soft, gentle, even if things have changed now. There is an emotional pull they haven't fully let go. They're deeply they're deeply affected by the past and still emotionally connected to it. Okay, let's see what is the Six of Cups energy. Who are they reminiscing about? Seven of Wands, overall energy, Temperance. um, they're reminiscing about somebody who they need to fight for, um, who maybe they are even defensive with. See, there's resistance here. Like there is someone they have had to stand their ground with or protect themselves from. It's not an easy, soft memory. It's something that came with tension, boundaries, maybe even defensiveness. Like I said, they're not just reminiscing, they're also holding their position, not letting, that person back in. It's like, that's it. I'm closing this gate kind of a thing. They have to create boundaries with this person. At the same time, there's this quiet attempt to find balance again with Temperance. This is to heal, to bring things back into some kind of emotional harmony. They're trying to heal and find balance around the past connection. So if this is your connection that is, in this position, then possibly they're thinking about you, which I think they are, but then I just wanted to confirm. So they're trying to make sense of everything, without going into extremes, without rushing into anything. Okay. One final energy. Let's see what else are they going through. Nine of Wands, overall energy, Nine of Cups. We have two nines here. See, nine is a number of, you're almost there. So, somewhere, I think they're very close to a decision point. At this point, they feel worn out, like they've been through a lot emotionally, or vice versa. And they're like, they're not giving up, but they're just guarding themselves. You see how many wounds she has here. So even though she still wants this flower, but those thorns have really kind of caused those wounds on her. There's a not again energy here where they don't want to go through the same cycle one more time. So they stay alert, a little defensive, protecting whatever energy they're left with. So they're emotionally exhausted, keeping their guard up. Here is what this is saying. And Nine of Cups, at the same time, they're trying to find emotional comfort, maybe within themselves, almost choosing peace over chaos at this point. There's this quiet shift where they're focusing on what feels good, what gives them focus, what makes them feel safe, even if it means stepping back from everything else. It's like they're learning to fulfill themselves rather than chasing something uncertain here. They're choosing emotional peace over emotional uncertainty. See, this is someone learning uh, very, a hard way that nothing can bring you peace but yourself. So while they're figuring themselves out, healing, protecting, thinking, going back in those memories, you don't have to pause your life in the meantime. Because the right connection doesn't ask you to wait in confusion. It doesn't make you stay in limbo forever. It gives you the clarity, it meets you in clarity. And the moment you choose peace, for yourself, you stop being an option and you start becoming the standard. And that's what you need to be, the standard. If somebody doesn't match your standard, let them go, cut them out. They don't deserve your access. I hope this gave you some clarity. Thank you for watching.